Have you ever wondered if there's a mysterious missing episode from your favorite cartoon TV series? There just may be, and we have compiled 10 secret lost cartoon episodes you never saw. Make sure to watch this video until the end to find out which The Loud House episode you'll never see. If you like hearing about cartoon TV scandals as much as we do, make sure to subscribe to The Things and give this video a big thumbs up. Today, we are showing you 10 secret lost cartoon episodes you never saw. Pokemon, Electric Soldier Porygon. From TV show and trading cards to a Pokemon Go revolution, the Pokemon phenomenon has managed to remain relevant, transcending generations since its first episode. The series' popularity is not without fault, however, especially when it comes to an episode that North American audiences will never see. Have you ever worried that your favorite cartoon could put you in the hospital? Most would agree that it's a pretty unlikely situation, but Pokemon's Electric Soldier Porygon never aired for an American audience for precisely that reason. It was just too dangerous. The episode features a trip into cyberspace as Ash and his friends travel into a Pokeball transmitter machine. In a defensive move, at some point in the episode, Pikachu produces a thunderbolt attack that was portrayed by bright strobe lights. Viewers in Japan enjoyed this effect until they started suffering from serious side effects. An approximation of up to 700 people, mostly children, reported a range of physical reactions to this episode from headaches and nausea to fainting spells and seizures. The effect was so strong and widespread that it became known as Pokemon Shock. The episode caused a drop in Nintendo shares as the well-being of viewers became a serious concern for both Japanese and American broadcast networks. The fact that Pokemon's international popularity was not affected as a result of this disastrous episode is a treatment to the loyal fanbase and audience it continues to cultivate. SpongeBob SquarePants, the sponge who could fly. SpongeBob is that happy-go-lucky sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea, and we just can't get enough of this character's wonky sense of humor. Usually working at the Krusty Krabs or going on adventures with Patrick the Starfish, SpongeBob keeps audiences coming back for more. The show always begins with a sing-along opening led by Patchy the Pirate and is narrated by the quirky French narrator. However, there is one episode that is known as the Lost Episode called The Sponge Who Could Fly. The premise of the episode is that SpongeBob decides to figure out a way to achieve flight with the help of Patrick, of course. Finally achieving his goal by inflating his pants, SpongeBob becomes occupied with helping out his bikini-bottom neighbors instead of flying with jellyfish. The end of the episode showcases a rare performance by Patchy the Pirate, who loses the remote in the episode forever, making it the series' lost episode. The lesson then becomes that SpongeBob's adventures will never truly be lost, as the memory of his shenanigans will live on in the minds of the show's loyal fans. The show has been running since 1999 and remains to be one of the most popular animated series. Whether we can rewatch episodes or not, the character's memorable approach to mundane problems promises to continue to remain in viewers' memories. The Powerpuff Girls, See Me, Feel Me, Know Me. The next lost episode is an example of American censorship, as it was never aired on American television. Powerpuff Girls is a longtime favorite among viewers and often challenged notions about girls' inability to fight. These three sisters work together, combining their strength to take down evil villains who try to take over the world. See Me, Feel Me, Know Me was an episode that American audiences did not see for its controversial political undertone. In this episode, the Powerpuff Girls are tired of the pressure that is entailed in being superheroes. The girls therefore decide to make a deal with Mind Battle, a gnome who promises to take away their superpowers in return for eliminating all the evil in the world. Not only did the episode take a darker turn than usual, but it was set up to be a psychedelic rock opera deemed inappropriate for its young audience. Rather than being relieved of their powers and living as normal young girls, the Powerpuff Girls watch as helpless bystanders as more and more people start to address Mind Battle as a leader and succumb to a very cult-like society. Although the ultimate lesson about the necessity of the balance between good and bad, this episode's communist politics made it a lost episode to American audiences. Teen Titans, Trouble in Tokyo. This next series used the term lost episode to its advantage and released a feature-length episode called Trouble in Tokyo, or The Lost Episode. Teen Titans is a character-driven series about a band of adolescent superheroes. On top of the issues related to being a superhero, they also have to contend with all that goes along with being a teen. That's a lot to handle. The series is based off a comic book series, and the lost episode definitely pays homage to its origin. Not only is the feature-length episode steeped in Japanese culture, but the series was influenced by anime, so situating this lost episode in Tokyo was a natural fit. Not only is the location important to the special edition episode, but it also features Robin and Sapphire's first romantic on-screen kiss. Known for their banter and growing relationship, both the TV show and comic display the progression of the relationship, and it really culminates in the lost episode, Trouble in Tokyo. Instead of referring to the lost episode as a shameful secret, Teen Titans used it as a way to take the beloved storyline in a unique direction. Dexter's Laboratory, Rude Removal. Some of the lost episodes can be quite obscure, while others have reached an impressive level of infamy. Dexter's Laboratory was originally aired from 1996 to 2003 as a children's show. It featured a young scientist who housed a secret science lab in a hidden area of his family home. This prodigy had many ingenious ideas that would consistently wreak mayhem. At the source of the show's conflict was Dee Dee, Dexter's sister, who would relentlessly involve herself in Dexter's plans and experiments, eager to find a way to get him into trouble. There was one episode, however, that no one had seen, and that was only released 10 years after the show had ended on Cartoon Network Adult Swim. The premise of the lost episode, called Rude Removal, is that Dexter had decided to create a way to remove the rudeness from Dee Dee. As per usual, the intended outcome was not achieved, and instead, both Dee Dee and Dexter became the rude version of themselves for the duration of the episode. Although any swear words were bleeped, the Cartoon Network refused to air the episode because it was considered inappropriate for its young audience. It might have taken a long-anticipated decade before fans got to see the lost episode, but it also helped the show sustain an adult following for a show originally meant for kids. The Simpsons. Dead Bart. The Simpsons is famously known for being the longest-running animated series on television, running since 1989. This fictional family is loved for the satirical episodes that reflects our society. Though the show has often had to deal with censorship from the network, straddling the line between provocative and offensive, it has only one reported missing episode. The episode known as Dead Bart is definitely among the most mysterious on our list, with no actual confirmation that it has ever existed. This urban legend does have some ground to it and continues to be one of the most speculated episodes on the internet. Dead Bart was allegedly created when writer Matt Groening was under pressure by the network to respect strict deadlines during the first season of the show. Groening has never confirmed that the episode was ever written, but managed to evade any answer at all. The episode, true to its name, was about the death of Bart Simpson, and is reportedly extremely disturbing. It seems that despite lack of proof that this lost episode ever existed in the first place, audiences enjoy speculating about the strange nature of this Simpsons anomaly. Do you think this episode exists, or is it an elaborate internet rumor? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and wait until you hear about the Loud House lost episode. Fairly Odd Parents, Sweet Revenge. Fairly Odd Parents is an enduring series about a boy Timmy and his fairy godparents Wanda and Cosmo, who look after him and help him get through his daily life using the power of magic. Although most of the episodes end with heartwarming lessons, the 21st episode of the 5th season does anything but warm your heart. The episode, one extra to the usual 20 episodes per season, has a dark and horrific twist unlike any of the other episodes in this series. Not much has been reported about the lost episode, and few people have watched it. The episode opens like all other episodes, Timmy in his bedroom being greeted by the fairy couple he spends every day with. However, the episode quickly takes a gruesome turn when Timmy's biological father attempts to throw a weapon at his own son, missing him and impaling Cosmo's eye instead. The episode ends on an even darker note with a code that translates to "You're next." This lost episode brings up a lot of unanswered questions, but it seems like audiences didn't miss much by not seeing this creepy rendition of Fairly Odd Parents. We'll stick to the upbeat tone prominent in the rest of the 20 episode seasons. Futurama, The Tale of Two Santas. Futurama is definitely not a conventional cartoon. Set in the future, this sci-fi keeps fans on their toes with its sarcastic humor. This lost episode has resurfaced, but it was not permitted to air on its original release date in 2000 because it was too early a time slot for what the episode had in store. If you haven't heard about it yet, we're talking about the Tale of Two Santas episode, which ended up being much more of an anti-Christmas special than anything else. The episode featured a new character that is now loved by many adults who got to watch this lost episode a year later during its new 9 p.m. time slot. The murderous Kris Kringle is a robot Santa Claus. Instead of offering cheer and joy, typically associated with a holiday special, Kris Kringle required you to barricade your chimneys and hope to live to see another day instead of falling victim to the stalking Claus robot. This episode made it to the TV screen, but it remains listed as a lost episode as it was deemed inappropriate to an original younger audience. Unexpected, but still humorous, futuristic twists like this one is exactly why the show is loved by so many fans. Arthur, Room to Ride. Arthur has been a well-loved TV series for decades with an after-school special feel. The show continues to teach children by modeling positive relationships and solutions to common everyday problems. These lovable animals became characters that everyone could identify with as we follow them through their adventures. Even guests would sometimes appear in their animal form for an episode. One of these celebrities was the reason for PBS pulling an episode that is now known as Arthur's Lost Episode. Room to Ride was an episode to inspire the residents of Elwood to become more involved in biking and install bike paths throughout the fictional town. Unfortunately, PBS couldn't have predicted that their bunny-disguised guest star, Lance Armstrong, would come forward confessing to his use of enhancement drugs in competitions. His popularity for raising awareness for cancer through Livestrong bracelets is just one reason why Armstrong became such an idol to children and adults alike. However, once admitting to taking steroids, Armstrong contradicted the episode's central theme and was therefore deemed inappropriate to air. Since then, Armstrong has gone as far as returning his Olympic bronze medal and has received praise for the way in which he has taken responsibility for his actions. All in all, Armstrong has adopted an Arthur-like model. The episode remains lost and will never be seen. The Loud House, Enough is Enough. The Loud House features a boy, Lincoln, and the daily struggles he faces while living with 10 siblings. The show has been popular on Nickelodeon and YTV alike. The show's lost episode, Enough is Enough, has recently been discovered as a tentative finale to the 3rd season, but has not, nor will it make it to the screen. This episode remains to be lost, but not without some details as to the gory storyline. Lincoln usually remains true to his siblings, not ever engaging in behavior that might put their lives at risk. This lost episode, however, is a completely different side of Lincoln, revealing a much more aggressive side of the character. In Enough is Enough, Lincoln lacks patience when dealing with his sisters and resorts to disturbing tactics like slamming his sister's head into a wall. Although surviving in a very large family surely comes with some understandable challenges, this much more disturbing take on violent sibling conflict was quickly buried and never made its way to the TV screen. Which The Loud House character would you think is most likely to lose their cool? Let us know in the comments below. And that's it for 10 secret lost cartoon episodes you never saw. If you want to see more stories like this, make sure you watch 10 Cartoon Secrets Finally Revealed. Thanks for watching.